1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mandolin Land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with the classic old song Arkansas Traveler in the key of D. This is one of those great old songs that kind of crosses genres. You might hear it done in a bluegrass band or an old-time jam or an Irish jam or a kid's birthday party. It's an old kid's song as well. So again, this is one of those songs that you might see in various different styles of music depending on what style you're interested in. So it's a great song to know because you'll probably run into it if you're playing bluegrass or old-time music. The song has an A part and a B part. So I've got a basic version of each part and then a variation on each part, which is very common in this style to create variations on these old fiddle tunes. I'm going to break down all the solos note for note and then show you a bunch of backup I would do on this song. So how to do easy two-finger strumming, how to do kind of some more advanced strumming chords, and then how to do bluegrass chop chords on this song. I'm going to break it all down. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeadingMusic.com, and grab the full-length lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. All right, here's Arkansas Traveler in the key of D. All right, let's start breaking down the basic A part to Arkansas Traveler. So let me play the first 5 measures, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Let's do that a few times. 1. One more time, real slow. 1. So we're going to start with measure 1 as our pickup. It's going to get us into the basic A part. So beat 1 is going to be a rest, and then we're going to play the 2nd fret on the low G string, 4th fret, and then 6th fret. So I'm using my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger, and I'd strongly recommend on this lesson following 1, the left hand fingerings, so they're below the tab, they're the numbers in the circles. So the 1 is index finger, 2 is middle finger, 3 is ring finger, and 4 is pinky. And I'd also strongly recommend following the pick direction. So the staple looking symbols are the downstrokes, the V looking symbols are the upstrokes, and those are below the tab as well. So we're going to start with 3 downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're basically just walking up to our open D string. That's our melody note that's going to start the A part. So we're basically just walking up to that note. 1. Like that. And if you're having trouble with that for any reason, you could also play just the 2nd fret twice and then the 4th fret. If you're having trouble getting up to that 6th fret for whatever reason, that'd be an alternate way you could play it. So you could go 1. But as written, it's 1. And practice getting some good tone on those if you can. Try to resist the urge to lift up all your left hand fingerings as you add those next notes down. And if you have to lift them a little bit, you can, but try and keep them down as long as possible. That'll help connect the tone rather than like that. So let's do that one more time. 1. So now we're going to go into measure 2. This is the beginning of the basic A part. So we're going to play the open D string. And this is where we're going to do our first down and up stroke. So we're going to do open on the D string, 4th fret, 2nd fret, open. All with down up. So down, up, down, up. And for this lesson, I'm basically following the classic mandolin rule of 1 finger covers 2 frets. So for all the 1s and 2s, I'm using my index finger. For all the 3s and 4s, I'm using my 2nd finger. 5s and 6s, I'm using my 3rd finger. And if there's a 7, which I don't think there is in this song, we would use our pinky. So that's a good rule you can use for most of your mandolin songs. So again, we're going to do Let's practice that a few times. So down, up, 1 and 2 and. And again, what I want you to practice there is keeping your fingers hovering over the frets that they're going to be playing. A very common kind of beginner mistake I see is kind of you snap way back here, kind of, and then every time you want to move to the notes that you need, you have to end up moving your hand a lot more than you need to. So what I want you to do is practice hovering your second finger over all those 4s and your first finger over those 2s. You could even practice just walking down the notes. And you want to resist the urge again to do this. You know, where your hand kind of snaps back way farther than it needs to, because then when I have to go back to those notes, I have to travel that much further. So that's what I'm doing there. Just practice hovering over the frets you're going to use. And then we have 2 more notes to end measure 2. We're going to go down to the 4th fret of the G string and play 2 downstrokes. So we have. And this is where the pick direction becomes so important, because then you're doing down ups on the 8th notes, 1 and 2 and then downs on the quarter notes, 3, 4. That'll really help you play the timing. So you have. Now measure 3 is pretty easy. We're going to go down to the 2nd fret on the G string, play that note twice, 2 quarter notes, and then open D string twice for 2 more quarter notes. So again, 4 downstrokes in a row will help you not rush it. Let's put 2 and 3 together. We have. Let's do that a little faster. Let's do 1, 2, and 3, 1. One more time, 1. And we'll be coming back to that melody line a few times, so we'll get plenty of practice on that. So now measure 4, 4 more quarter notes, 2nd fret on the D string, and then up to the 4th fret. Again, good practice seeing if you can keep your first finger down. So instead of going, see how I'm lifting my first finger up there? It's just going to create a lot more work, whereas if I go, now I can go back and forth between those notes, and I'm not doing this, which, see how much more work that is for my left hand rather than. So again, a good rule is don't lift up your left hand fingers unless you need to. So 4 is, and then 5 is the response, 2, 4, 2 on the D string, and then open D, and then 4th fret on the G string, 2nd fret on the G. So we have. Let's do 4 and 5 a few times. So it's kind of like a call and response. So the call is. Response is. So that's the first 5 measures. One more time. 1. Now 6, we're back to our opening melody line. So 6 is exactly the same as 2. And then 7 is slightly different. Starts the same way. Now here's our little ending lick. Let me play it and then I'll break it down. Let's do that a few times. Okay, so we're going to do open 4. That's our pickup into the ending lick. So we have, so down up on the A string. So we have, let's do 7. So we have. You're changing strings pretty quick there, so you're going. And And then measure 8, 5th fret on the A string, open A string, and then 2, 5, open on the A string, down, up, and then up on the D string, D string, 5th fret. So we have, that's good practice. We're changing strings there, down, up, even though we're going to a lower string. That's good practice. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 and is how you count it. And then measure 9, back down to the D string, which we're already on, 4, 4th fret, open, and then 2, 4, and then open, all down ups. It's like a little fiddle style ending lick or mandolin style ending lick. So we have do 7 into 9. Okay, that's the whole basic A part. Let's play 1 through 9. Here we go. 1. A little faster. 1. That's measures 1 through 9. Now let's break down the A part variation.